Mega Man is a run-and-gun side-scrolling platform game that was originally released on the Nintendo Entertainment System in 1987. The game was very successful, and the first 6 Mega Man games would also come out on the NES, with the second game popularizing the franchise. The series then made its way to the Super Nintendo, creating Mega Man X. These are my favorite games of the series. Today, there are over 130 Mega Man titles, and now, I'm going to talk about the games that got cancelled along the way. Rockman Online was an RPG computer game that was first announced in 2010. The game would take place in the future, and the Mega Man characters had passed away. The world believes the threat of Mavericks are gone at this point, as they haven't been seen in years. Until one day, when Mavericks show up out of nowhere and begin to attack the city. The UCA makes copies of Mega Man characters, and they are enhanced to be even more powerful than before. Copies of Mega Man X, Zero, Cinnamon, and Duo are made to defend the world. The game would have featured new characters as well. Rockman Online was near completion, so Capcom ran a promotional contest and the winner would get to test the game. However, the winner of the promotion did not receive anything from Capcom, and in March of 2013, it was confirmed that Rockman Online had been cancelled. Capcom released 2 trailers for the game during development, and some gameplay footage can be seen online. It looks well made, and I believe this would have been a great entry in the Mega Man series. Lots of concept art can be viewed online as well. Mega Man Star Force 4 began development in 2009 and was planned to take the series in a mature direction. Alongside a now older teenage Geo Stellar would have been a new character named Kazuma. The two are outlaw hackers who are on the run from Satella police because they are wanted for 8 million zenny each. Hacking would have been a main objective throughout this game. These are the only details we currently know about the game. Sales for Mega Man Star Force 3 and Rockman EXE Operate Shooting Star were not doing good, and production of Mega Man Star Force 4 was shut down. What can be seen of the game is one piece of concept art. Capcom Super League Online is a grid-based RPG mobile game featuring characters from popular Capcom games like Resident Evil, Street Fighter, and Mega Man. It would also have minigames based off of Breath of Fire. A beta testing for the game was held for 4 days in October of 2018. Unfortunately, just 5 months later, Capcom Super League Online was cancelled. A couple of title cards and gameplay can be seen online. Even though I haven't played any mobile games lately, I would have definitely tried this one out. Mega Man Universe began development in March of 2010. It would have been a 3D side-scrolling platformer that would have allowed you to customize characters and create levels. In July of the same year, a teaser trailer was shown off, and from this, fans learned that Ryu from Street Fighter and King Arthur from Ghosts and Goblins would be featured in the game. Developers from the original 6 Mega Man games were working on the project, and it was looking great. Mega Man Universe would have been released on Xbox Live Arcade and the PlayStation Store. But after Mega Man producer and artist Keiji Inafune left the team, the game was cancelled shortly after in 2011. When I think of Mega Man, a first-person shooter is the last thing that comes to mind. Nonetheless, we almost got one. Capcom began working on the project in 2010 and gave it a codename, Maverick Hunter. The game had a dark storyline and would be part of the Mega Man X series. It would have been the first of 3 games where in the first 2 you play as Mega Man X, and in the third entry you would play as Zero. Some elements of the game would have been similar to past Mega Man X titles. After 6 months of development, Maverick Hunter was cancelled because of internal disagreements. This is the same time Inafune left Capcom, so that played a major part as well. The game was described as dark and gritty. Critics and fans had mixed opinions on the project. As one critic from MTV.com said, "It was a terrible idea, while some people said X's redesign made him unrecognizable." Now, it's time to talk about the most interesting piece of Mega Man Lost Media. At a Nintendo press conference in 2010, it was announced that Mega Man Legends 3 would be released on the Nintendo 3DS. What's interesting about this is that the previous game in the series was released a full decade earlier in 2000. However, this is one of the best Mega Man series, so I understand why they wanted to make a new one. Fans had a hand in developing the game, as Capcom set up on their website where you could send in art for new designs. Mega Man, a mech character, and new hero for the game Arrow were completely designed by fans. A prototype version of Mega Man Legends 3 was supposed to be available on the 3DS eShop in 2011, and would feature 10 missions while you play as Barrett. This never happened. On July 18, 2011, Capcom announced that Mega Man Legends 3 was cancelled. Cup of Tea Productions, the team who did voice recordings for the game, said the prototype was near completion. On the Capcom UK Twitter account, it looked as though they were blaming lack of fan interaction for the game's cancellation. This was cleared up shortly after, as they were referring to development rooms that were created by Capcom. Even though Keiji Inafune left the company in 2010, he was very disappointed about the game's cancellation and even reached out to Capcom offering to finish the project with his own team. Capcom refused this offer. Fans even created a group called 100,000 Strong for bringing back Mega Man Legends 3. The group did in fact reach over 100,000 people in 2012. 4 years later, the group created a documentary about production of the game. I haven't watched it yet, but this sounds pretty interesting, so I'll probably end up checking it out at some point. The last mention of the game was on June 9th, 2020, when composer Makoto Tomizawa made a tweet asking if fans would crowdfund the game. I'm not sure if this will be a thing, but we'll have to wait and see. What can be seen of Mega Man Legends 3 today is some gameplay footage from reveals of the game, and some pieces of concept art. That is the lost media of Mega Man. Which Mega Man game did you play the most growing up? And did you know about any of these cancelled titles? Let me know in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like this, and until next time, stay up late productions.